Good morning, students. I made this video just to make sure that the concept of intelligence is clear to all of you. We did this. These are the 2 years I emphasized on last time, 1905 and 1912. 1905, Alfred Binet and Theodore Simon, they made the first successful attempt to measure intelligence. So while they were revising the scale, they gave two terms, that is MA, mental age, CA, chronological age. Mental age is the age of your intellect, your mind, and chronological age is your biological age from birth. And in 1912, William Stern, an important name, he was a German psychologist, he gave the formula for IQ. IQ is equal to MA upon CA into 100. We multiply it by 100 to avoid the decimal point. So if you will put on the formula, we'll do a few exercises. Whenever MA is equal to CA, IQ is equal to 100. It is called the average intelligence. 100 is the average IQ. Whenever MA is higher than CA, if you use your common sense here, if your mental age is more than your chronological age, you will be bright and more intelligent. Whereas if your mental age is less than your chronological age, you might be retarded, as per Binet and Simon. But we know we don't use the term anymore. How do we measure IQ? MA upon CA into 100 is equal to IQ. For example, mental age is 11 and your chronological age is 10. A 10-year-old boy has the mental age of 11. So the IQ is 110. Now we know the average IQ is 100. This is 10 points more than the average IQ. This means this child is smart. Okay, the next thing we did was intellectual deficiency. I would just like to define it. The American Association of Mental Deficiency, AAMD here, it defines intellectual deficiency as significantly sub-average intellectual functioning. The whole define, I have put it in 3 columns so that it is easy to remember, and these are the 3 parts. So sub-average intellectual functioning is there, which means that the person who has intellectual disability, he would be slower in grasping the concepts which the other children of his or her age will easily grasp. The IQ will be below 70. Second is there is difficulty to adapt or deal with the environment effectively. I explained it to you that they cannot deal with the changing environment. They are not very well with the changes that are happening around. So they are unable to, which means unable to independently hold job and family. So they are not able to independently do some work. And this can be manifested in the developmental period. This must be observed between 0 to 18 years of age. The severity of intellectual deficiency, it has some levels. The 4 levels are mild, when the IQ is somewhere around this, moderate, IQ is this, severe, the IQ is this, and profound when the IQ is below 20. So depending upon the range, some people can be trained, some can be educated, special care can be given to those people, and they might live independently but with help. Whereas in other cases, especially severe and profound, the person might not be able to recover and the person might stay dependent for their entire life. Now let us talk about intellectual giftedness. On one parameter, on one side of the tangent, we had intellectual deficiency, people who had IQ below 70. Now we are talking about intellectual giftedness. The IQ is above 130. These individuals who are intellectually gifted, they show high performance and they show outstanding potentials. Whichever field they enter, they are marvelous in that. Whereas we define it as giftedness is the exceptional general ability shown in superior performance in a wide variety of areas. So not just they are good singers, but they are in multiple areas. They are good in mentally processing information. You and me we take a long time to do the research work or to find out the facts. They are very quick in processing the information. Another term which often clashes with giftedness is talent. Talent is remarkable ability, but in a specific field. So we say he's a talented singer, he's a talented dancer. It's in one particular field. But giftedness is overall. You'll be good in numericals, you'll be good in mechanics, you can be dancer, performer, whatsoever thing is there. That is called giftedness. Sometimes very highly talented individuals are also called prodigies. So if we'll talk about Anushka Sharma, Anushka Shankar, I'm so sorry. Anushka Shankar is the daughter of Ravi Shankar. She's a prodigy. She's an excellent singer, performer. This is an example. This is a 12-year-old girl who has beaten Stephen Hawking in an IQ test. So her IQ level is 162 on a Mensa IQ test scale. Okay, so what do teachers think about giftedness? Teachers usually think that giftedness is a combination of high ability, high creativity, and high commitment. Let us just quickly look at some of the characteristics of gifted children. Gifted children have advanced logical thinking, questioning, and problem solving. They are very quick in the logical thinking part. They are very good at grasping the information and reaching the conclusion, looking at all the facts. They have a high speed in processing information. They have superior generalization and discrimination skills, which means that whenever I am explaining a concept, I give you some examples. Those examples are applied to everything. For example, if I'll name a few birds, they all come in the category of birds. That's called generalization. But there are some birds that cannot fly. They are not like other birds, but still they come in the same category. That is a non-example. It is an example of discrimination. Generalization means examples. Discrimination means non-example. They have creative thinking. They are highly motivated. Intrinsic motivation we are talking about. Intrinsic is nobody has to push them to do things. They are in themselves very much motivated to do something in life. From internally they are motivated. They are independent and non-conformist. They have independent thinking and non-conformist. Conformist here means people who agree with everybody. I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to debate with you or argue with you, so I'll agree to what you are saying. Those are conformist people who do not have a stand, who go with everybody. Non-conformist thinking, they take a stand on their thoughts and their ideas. And the last they are saying is preferences for solitary academic activities. Often these people do not find others who are like them. So that is why they move away from the crowd and they like to do things on their own, solitary. These intellectually gifted people, how can we assess them? Only IQ is not enough to understand if they are gifted or not. There are other judgment also. For example, teacher's judgment. There is school achievement record, their presence, their behavior. Parents interview can also be done, and peer and self-rating also. How do they look at themselves? So this is how we can assess giftedness. So basically this is what we did today, intellectual deficiency and giftedness. American Association of Mental Deficiency described it as, this is the definition of intellectual deficiency, whereas giftedness, it is the exceptional general ability, superior performance in variety of areas. According to teacher's point of view, it is a combination of these three things. Intellectual gifted people have the IQ of above 130, they have the IQ of below 70. And study came into existence is when there was this person called Lewis Terman. He, in the year 1925, studied various gifted individuals. So he basically studied about 1500 children who had the IQ of 130 and above, just to determine that how well they do in various areas. For example, how well they are in their occupational success or their life adjustment. Thank you. I hope the topics are clear now and they'll help you do the assignment.